Hi, I'm Nev Sweeney and this is Under the Chook Tree. This week I want to talk to you about chook tractors. If you've ever kept chooks and had a garden at the same time and found that the chooks have gotten out and gotten into the garden and noticed the amount of damage they can do in a very, very short time, what you can do is you can use a chook tractor to put all of this energy of the chooks to good rather than evil. Get them to do the work for you by tilling the soil, by manuring, by picking up any stray bugs, and by cleaning any leftover vegetation that's still there. The idea is to build a structure that goes over the top of where you want to grow your veggies. In our case, we have veggie patches that are they're all 1.2 metres wide. Some are 2 metres long and others are 3 metres long. So the chook tractor is a bottomless structure that is 1.2 metres wide by 2 metres long, sits over the top of the veggie patch, but still confines the chooks. So what happens is when they get moved onto a new area, they dig through that, they manure it, all of the good things we want them to do, and then so they sit there about 2 weeks. Then after the 2 weeks they get moved onto another veggie patch, so they're continually rotating. One of the good sides of that is there's no chance of building up of pets or diseases that might do nasty things for your chooks, and it gives them almost a constant supply of green pick and a place to dig, so they're happy. You don't have to do any more digging or fertilising for that matter, so you're happy. Everybody wins. We've been using the chook tractor system now for over 15 years and it's our primary method of fertilising. Apart from a few minor bits and pieces like a bit of rock dust and the comfrey extract, that's basically what we grow our veggies on. Over the years I've put together 4 different designs, each a little bit different. They're all A-frame. There's no technical reason why a chook tractor has to be A-frame, just I like the look of it. Anyway, I'd like to work through those 4 different designs now. The original frame for the first chook tractor was an old bed. It was very big, it was very heavy, far heavier and stronger than it needed to be. Even the wiring was thicker than it needed to be, but I didn't know that at the time. Also put some steel over the top to make sure that when it rained the roosting area was kept dry. On the back were the 2 doors, one to the main area and the top one to where the eggs are laid. Unfortunately the natural position was down, and if anything went wrong they would flop down and let the chooks out to cause mayhem in the veggie patch. The second version was structurally much lighter and painted green to fit in with everything else. Unfortunately that attracted the heat and made the top chook area quite hot in summer. The door also, natural position was down so the chooks couldn't get out. Also noting there one of the plates I used to screw it all together with. It was painted fairly well, but unfortunately over 5 years bits and pieces rotted out, and so over time it fell down and I had to replace it. Version 3 was similar to version 2, same footprint, same method of putting it together, putting the footprint down, then the A-frame and then the cladding. One of the bigger differences is that when I put it together, the one side went all the way down to the ground almost, because version 2 didn't have enough shade, so in the hot summer here it got very unpleasant for the chooks. Another thing was that instead of being painted green to absorb the heat, we painted it all white and gave it 3 coats of paint to make sure it held together. Unfortunately, even with all of that, it only lasted 5 years, and then it fell apart and had to be replaced. This is our current version of the chook tractor, and I'm hoping it's going to be final because I'm hoping I've got it right. It's made out of aluminium angle rather than timber, so it should not rot. All the bits and pieces are held together with pop rivets, And you can see here some of the construction details on how it all goes. It also has one roost in each side for the chooks to sleep in and to lay their eggs. We normally keep them full of straw. So here's a chook tractor on one of the veggie beds. We have 3 Australorps. It's best to have more than one because chooks are a flock animal, and they get stressed if there was just the one of them. So they go through and they're digging everything up and manuring it for us, and in 2 weeks they'll go on to another patch. As you can see, you do need supplemental feeding, and you also need to have water in there for them. So they're hung underneath the roosting areas. Here's where the chooks lay. You can see a couple of eggs there. We keep that area full of straw so it's nice and comfortable for them, and they not only lay there, but that's also the area where they sleep. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.